Alright, how's everybody doing? We're going to do a Helm, H-E-L-M, Helm tutorial today. I'm going to show you guys how to weave this chain weave, and it requires two size rings, larger and smaller. The only important part about this is that the diameter of the big ring needs to be able to fit around the small ring. And that's basically the hardest part, is getting this thing started. Once it gets going, it actually moves pretty quick. It's a fairly easy weave. So I always start with a paper clip because it gives me something to hold on to. And I take and close all my small rings first, because that's going to save us time as we get moving. And there's been a lot of trial and error, and kind of this is the easiest way I've figured out how to do this. So start with our paper clip. Take the paper clip and two small rings and weave them through. So this will give us something to hold on to from there. Then we're going to take one big ring, put two small rings on that, close it up. Now we've got this here. So it's two small, one big, two small. Take another big ring, go through all four of those small rings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 18 gauge rings. So you can see how I'm doing that with a pair of pliers in my fingers, although my fingers have become calloused from doing this so often. So that's something to keep in mind. You can do this with two pairs of pliers. This is just the way I like to do it, and what's easiest for me. So from there, you can take your next big ring, and you're going to go between the two big rings and around the small ring. And like I said, I keep this paper clip because now I've got something to kind of pull it tight and keep track of everything. And just close that. And then we're off to a good start. So next, we're going to grab another big ring, go through the two small rings, add two more small rings to that big ring that we still have open, close it, grab another big ring, make sure that's open. So you see I flipped it. So now I'm on the back side, through the two rings, through the next two rings, small rings, close it. And if I grab the small rings, we're getting this pattern going here. Okay. So now, and it doesn't matter which way you turn these, whether you open them with this going down or up. That's how it'll weave, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. I'm right-handed, and I weave through the right, so I usually have my link opened so the open part is down, if that makes sense. And then it'll flow through easier. I captured those two rings. I go around. This guy's being difficult. Up and around those two rings. So see, I'm between the two big and around the small. Close that. And notice I'm using my paper clip to hold on to. Gives me a nice firm something to hang on to. Then I take my next big ring. The other way you can do it, see, I do that on the bottom, where I weave it through the bottom, close, or bottom, put two small rings on it, 1, 2, close it, grab another one, weave it through the top, pick that up, grab those two, close it. So still we're here. Open my ring, go between the two big, around the two small, close that there. Okay, let's see, we got a nice little linkage going here. We'll do a few more and then I'll show you how to close the whole thing as if to make a complete circle necklace or whatnot, squire's chain, however you wanna be it. Okay, so again, this way, if I go underneath, two small rings, close it, big link, over top, through the four small rings, close it, there we go, big ring in between the two big, around the two small, close it, so once again, underneath that center, that big ring, through the two, place two more on, 1, 2, close it, take the next big ring over the big ring, through those two small ones, close it. Okay, next big ring through the center. Make sure you go around. You don't want this. See how I'm around one and through the other? You want to go around them both. Close that. We're almost to the point where I'll show you how to close it. I've seen a lot of tutorials and a lot of them don't show you how to complete the whole chain. And then, you know, on some it's pretty self-explanatory, and some it's very difficult. And, you know, you got to take and figure it all out. So, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, close. Okay, notice I dropped it and I picked it up and I say, okay, though this is on top. So, I need to go through the bottom now. Through, close that. Alright, so now we're at a point where we have enough linkage where we can close it. Now notice, I have the two on this side, which are attached to the paper clip, and then I've gone through and I've got it to the two on this side. So if I'm going to close it, I need to open this, and I'm going to go through here, right? So now I've got the around the two. Okay, so now I'm going to take, and rather than when I go through this one here, rather than adding two, I'm going to take this off the paper clip, and making sure I don't twist it or flip it around unless that's the look you want, and I'm going to add those two and close it. Then I'll go through, you know, on top, around through there, around through there, and close it. Now, if you look here, it's going around, but I still need to go back in to finish this off, and I need to put one through there. So go through the center of this group, 1, 2, around the 2 small, and through the center of the 2 other big ones. And then I can close that. And that will complete your helm circle. Now you can do this, of course, as long as you want, as far as you like. Usually a squire's chain on me that hits me about mid-chest is about 35 inches long. These, as you can see, they go together pretty quick, and it comes together pretty quick. So that's basically a little small helm loop, and you just build it to whatever your desired length is and follow all those things. As always, if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to hit me up. All right, thank you very much, and happy building.